You might be familiar with the term emasculate. That is to remove masculinity. But what you may not know, I certainly did not know before today, that you wanted to hear from somebody who had embarked on a self journey of emasculation. Well, today, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, you are in luck. Our next speaker, using the Effective Body Language Speech Project and Pathways, is going to give us a speech about that exactly. Is this going to be a tale of his journey? Will it be an apologia of emasculation? We're going to find out. Anxious to introduce our next speaker. Please help me welcome Gabor with his speech, Emasculate.
Toxic masculinity. This is the picture, probably what we have in front of our eyes. Men beating their wives, children, starting wars, killing people, just wreaking havoc on the world. Maybe this is the picture that you don't really believe in, but you have seen in the mainstream media, or maybe this is something that you actually somewhere deep in your heart believe in. Now, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and their guests, my journey shows something that might be a bit different than what the mainstream media tells us. And this part of the journey, I have found out in December. What was the context? Well, actually, I found out that there is a woman that is living just next to my hometown, where I went back anyway for Christmas. And I heard that she is actually doing family constellation. Now, family constellation, if you don't know the method, it is about getting to know your family and your position in the family and where you are in the family, what kind of energy you got from the family. You get the point. So I went to her, we went deep into the session, and at one point she was asking about the man in the family, and I said that, oh well, the men in my family, they are very weak. They don't really feel like men, they don't really act like men. They are in the background, somewhere pushed down, almost non-existent. And she said, do you feel like that? Yes, definitely. So tell me about the first time when you felt like this. Pictures that started coming into my head went as far back as in the kindergarten. Now, in the kindergarten, I was a vicious little creature. I would fight every day. Like, we went to the backyard of the kindergarten and boom, straight away, somebody like together fighting, punching, wrestling. And I still feel the thrill of the kill when you see somebody in front of you and you just go full throttle and you expect, okay, like he's a guy that usually throws punches. He's the guy that usually kicks. Okay, so I need to just close the distance real fast, put him in the ground and just choke the soul out of him. And then I win. This was a normal kindergarten day for me. And I didn't really feel anything bad about it, but I wasn't alone. There was actually a kindergarten teacher with me and with all the kids, of course, and she saw my behavior as something absolutely horrible. So I spent my kindergarten time always in punishment, as we say, that is separated from everybody else, sort of the kids-friendly version of jail. This is how I put it. So this is where I spent my kindergarten pretty much. And day by day, week by week, I was just separated. And even the kindergarten teacher told me every day, okay, Gabor, now please behave. And I just put my angelic smile on the face and thought in my head, well, watch me, bitch. Well, I didn't really know if I know the word bitch, definitely not in English, but the first thing that I did, it was always fight, 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 fight. Nevertheless, till the end of the kindergarten, I got just tired of the whole thing. I just felt that, okay, I spent all my time in punishment for something that I don't think I deserved punish for. And I thought, okay, well, nobody wants me. Then I will just set myself to the side, the bottom, not doing anything anymore. And when kindergarten ended, I started to be withdrawn. The first years of the school, I gained weight. I became fatter and fatter until I started to get bullied, and I never dared to fight back, just to confront the bullies and say like, "Ooh, enough of this shit." So I spent almost a decade in maybe not complete isolation, but a pretty big isolation, self-pity, and sort of self-destruction psychologically. And it felt horrible. And even if when I found my way out, that I thought would be the way out, karate, I didn't still feel complete because I was training karate. We did the punches, we did the kicks, bam, 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 but it still didn't feel complete because I still wasn't punching anyone. And I just thought to myself that, okay, Gabor, if you need to be in the society, then you have to be controlling your anger and definitely not touch anybody. That would be the best for everyone. And since I rewatched Fight Club, I don't think like that anymore. I think that this is actually the time to embrace masculinity with the viciousness as it is. Now, of course, we need to find ways that is acceptable for society, but we need to act our energies out as it is. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there is toxic masculinity. But toxic masculinity is not strong masculinity. It's weak, childish masculinity that cannot deal with their own power that is inside of them. So if we don't want toxic masculinity, we have to make man stronger. And if we are a man, we have to make ourselves stronger so that we have self-confidence and we act out our masculinity so that it is beneficial for us, for our families, for our nations, and for all the world. This is my apologia on the issue. I hope you can.
Thanks, Gabor.